All right, hello everybody. Welcome to VR Master League. Once again, this time on Channel 2, I'm Palidore being joined here on the booth by PAMWOW and Wonder T-Man on the cameras. So with that, we've got ourselves There Is No Team, and we've got Paper, which is to say this match about to be some cash. Pam, how you feeling?
I'm feeling great, feeling excited. We've got There Is No Team heading up against Paper here, and taking a look at their history, I mean, There Is No Team, they've been doing, I feel like they've been doing very close in a majority of their games, although they haven't picked up as many as Paper, who have only dropped a single game here. They definitely have been giving their opponents a run for their money here. So a lot of potential in this game to see here from There Is No Team and Team Paper here, as teams are going to begin to ready up quite relatively soon as they just warm up here in the arena.
Well, looking forward to this match because yeah, the Paper at 1180 on the MMR in the gold division with the 5-1 record, so they are definitely on the rise for sure. And over on the side of There Is No Team, currently at 1200 MMR in the diamond division, with a 1-3 record and some close games for sure in those losses. So trying to bounce back here and have a good match against Paper with, I mean, both sides, obviously, a lot of returning faces from prior seasons and prior years for that matter. So, gonna be fun to watch for sure.
And, yeah, should be. And hopefully will be, as both teams ready themselves up here. And yeah, I mean, I'm very excited for this game. Have yet to see any of these teams play. I have yet to cast any of these teams, I should say. So always a great pleasure to be here in the North American region. Always interesting to see the plays coming in here. And it's a whole new world, may I say. It's less upside down. Anyway, heading into this first round, both teams launching out here, and a slight jar there for There Is No Team. They struggled to get outside of that tube there, but they did find it in the end, and that delayed regrab might work out for them here as the reset comes there back to White Dragon. There Is No Team looking to find an aggressive play here. The pass not going to make it immediately, but they will attempt to find the rebound here. Getting stunned out there from
A
Avaris.
virus.
And
Better go clean it.
yeah, as they attempt to clean this disc out of the bubble, unfortunately, the rebound making its way back into the hands of There Is No Team here, looking to send it up to the shield, barely missing his teammate there. And now we will be Aiden sending that disc through the left tunnel.
And a successful clear will be being slapped into Green Pigeon's hands. And you'll see here for Paper that roster, Avarice, Heck, Aiden, that Green Pigeon over on Tint. Well, we've got a guy and a girl, as you'll notice, but the girl is in fact a guy, which is to say it is Brad David, just apparently having some account issues just to keep the guys in the loop. But right now it's the Green Pigeon looping in and loping in for the 2 points, assisted by Avarice, and right on the defenders for the first couple points.
Is account issues or personal issues? I'm not sure. I don't want to delve too deep into it. But regardless,
Yes.
it's David, and we are heading into the just advantage now. For There Is No Team after Paper found those opening few points there, and now that will be Guy with the disc sending it towards the trench there. And it will be Heck finding that disc in the end and trying to send it right back to his teammate in the midsection. And they did go for the defensive shield there. Unfortunately, Paper letting go of the disc there and getting stunned out. However, the follow up here on the clear from Paper, what a great follow up there from the Green Pigeon. Came in light speed and found those few points.
And that's 2 up on the goals for Paper. And to the Twitch chat also, what's up, Next Tech VR? How you doing? Thanks for joining the chat and joining the stream. Good to see you. Hope you're having yourself a good week. This is only my 4th cast of the week so far. Got my 3rd tonight, but otherwise, yeah, I haven't been getting as many casts in as I would usually get. So I'm good. Happy to be here. Happy to see you guys in there. And right now, Nathan trying to see the goal, but just sees it sail past him off that backboard as it's partially cleared, kind of taking a bouncy one into the mid lane where Avarice retains and has the lane a bit too high. However, as it will go back to Nathan.
Paper definitely doing well in terms of just following up on these clear discs and just taking advantage of There Is No Team unable to regrab back in time, and such a close shot there coming from Paper. Unfortunately, barely missing above the goals there, but they still have possession here. Now Aiden returning it back to his teammate. It will be Heck there, and does give a bit of time here for his teammate, the Green Pigeon, to make their way in past the trench. Now does have a teammate
Ooh.
on top of the goals, but the save there from Nathan. What a save. And now the follow-up potentially there from There Is No Team, looking to clear it out through the right disc. Both team members looking to grab onto a great block there from Guy, and is clearing out through that right section. Now the regrabs are there from Paper first, but the follow-up is there from There Is No Team. They're looking to pressure this disc here in blue territory, but it will be Paper setting that disc through the midsection. It will be yet again another slap there from Team Paper, looking to just force it out of their side and look to follow up yet again. It will be Paper coming in with those regrabs, like I mentioned earlier, speed of light. However, There Is No Team responding at a similar pace, and now it will be Paper in the end looking to respond yet again outside, inside the bubble. The Green Pigeon causing some trouble. 6 points to Paper.
Hey, well done from that Green Pigeon. Didn't give up on it. 6 points indeed, and they're on the board once more.
Yes, indeed. And now There Is No Team taking the joust advantage yet again. 6 points heading over towards Paper. So, with 6 minutes left on the clock and 6 points against them, definitely looking to respond here. It will be White Dragon off the bow tie, sending it over to the left. Now Nathan crossing it over to the right. It will be a great pass there to Girl. Girl getting stunned out, however, and it will be a virus. Avarice. I'll say it properly now. Avarisi. Anyway, heck with the disc now.
Right, heck
As
with it,
Avarice is
sending it
probably saying,
over
heck you.
and sending it back towards them at the barrier. Heck gonna take that and right back. So some two-man game, and the defense closing in will be knocked loose and back towards Guy. It looks like so Guy taking it and sending it down towards that ramp as it floats back to Heck. So some exchanges of possession, a bit of hot potato, but sending it over and under on the duck now for Avarice. He's gonna bounce it. Couldn't convert on that. However, some nice moves and jukes. 5 minutes left on this first round, and no points yet for Tint, so a bit of a slow start as Heck retains, and now looking for the up high bounce, but similar results.
They've had such close shots here, Paper, and they're definitely maintaining this pressure that they have on Tint, and now looking to further capitalize on that disc there. However, it was cut short from There Is No Team, but the clear just making its way back into the hands of Paper. And now Aiden sending it to the left under the goal. That's going to be the Green
Wow.
Pigeon, slamming it on the backboard and forcing it in those goals there. 2 points going over to Team Paper, and now a very strong lead within this first round. Still 4 minutes 30 left on the clock here, so a lot of potential for There Is No Team to get back into this one. But what a lead here coming from Paper.
A shot going in there off that backboard, though. Gotta love that. Took the indirect route, but still found some success. And with that, getting a clear as it bounces off that wedge back to Aiden. Aiden, the slap, maybe a miscommunication as it was a teammate kind of attached, but maybe got a little bit worried. And with that, Nathan now the disc, but losing it to Avarice with a great stun. Now avoids the first stack, but does not avoid Guy in the back line, who sends it right frontwards to Dragon. Dragon sideways to Nathan. Nathan right back to the cross. Oh, but loss of their own teammate, but they'll still recover. And Nathan finding those 2 points now for Tint off of that.
Getting stunned out for a few brief moments there, but Nathan able to quickly collect that disc and place it in the goals there. And great plays from both teams in general there. I feel like they were going for kind of just a walk it in goal kind of approach there and trying to just bait out the goalkeeper there. And although it did work momentarily, the stunt did come in and just doing very well to quickly collect that disc and place it in. So now the return here from There Is No Team. However, Paper looking to return themselves as the Green Pigeon finds those 2 points there, slightly left of the goalkeeper there. And yeah, great shot indeed. Great placement.
And like that's up to the double digits for Paper. 8-point advantage on the whole, but 3 minutes left as they roll out for Tint back at a kind of a familiar position for them at the moment. Being scored on quite a bit, but as we know with this team, there's still a team who, as the match goes on, they warm up. That said, feeling hot is Paper, and well, I'm not sure if they want to see Paper burn, but indeed they are doing just that, as they will immediately score off that last joust pretty much.
Yep, Paper's on fire, and There Is No Team. Some people might think there is no way, but they will try it anyway. And now grabbing that disc off the just advantage, sending it over to the right side, having some pressure there from Team Paper, and it will be Heck in the end grabbing that disc, sending it through the midsection. Now the follow-ups are going to be there from both teams at a similar standard of time, but the awkward bounce, just kind of throwing both regrabs off there. However, it will be Paper finding that slap there in the end. Now a one-on-one situation here in the goals. Went for the evasion play, but the stun coming there from There Is No Team. Gonna work out for them. Great stun there from Tint. And now looking to capitalize. They have the disc here, sending it through that midsection. And it will be the rebound, making his way back into the hands of White Dragon, sending it over towards Nathan. Nathan does have to deal with the regrabs coming in from Paper. Went for the backboard shot, but the Green Pigeon nailed it off the backboard and went to send it out, but the clear not going to work out for them entirely. It will be Guy sending it over to Nathan. Nathan crossing it to White, but the save yet again from Paper, and it will be Green Pigeon sending it out once more.
Heck, that time with some great defense and trying to sling it backwards into the goal, or into the tunnel rather, but instead a ceiling shot just bouncing off the cloud high and back to the mid lane. So we saw some great brawling defense, I will say, from Guy, but then yeah, Heck and Co in the goal just doing the dirty work here as Dragon sends it over to the front of the trench, and now stun is Nathan, back to Heck, and immediately linking up with his teammate, but they do not actually get the regrabs. Will it matter? Maybe not. That is very close to a shot as a stun goes onto Pigeon, and then Aiden retaining, backing it out to Avarice. Avarice sending it forwards and backboarding it again. The second time we've seen that. Unconventional, very intentional, however, from Pigeon, and they've got 14.
That's the classic coming there from the Green Pigeon, practically slamming it into that backboard there and forcing it in the goals there. Great plays there coming from Paper. And we've seen so many situations where, I mean, from both teams, I feel like you've had a player that's just in the midsection of just swinging and trying to find that goal, and like just interrupted barely before they can let go of that disc and find that shot, just getting stunned out. And that's happened quite a few times here for both teams. And the Green Pigeon looking to find a few more points, missing it barely to the right, however, but the rebound making his way back into the hands of Avarice, who clears it over towards Aiden. Aiden resetting it to Heck, and they do have the point advantage here, 14-2. They are aware of this, taking their time. Might go for a few more points here with 7 seconds left on the clock. Looking to carry a bit more momentum here coming into the second round, but There Is No Team doing well to save that one and send it out through that left tunnel.
And with that, the conclusion of round one in the books for Paper. Quite fittingly, I do suppose. But very, very effective round, no doubt, from them. They had some defense, a lot of it, in fact. I mean, you're talking saves for 3 out of the 4 members of their team here. Avarice putting in a few assists, but Pigeon coming away with 12 points, being assisted 4 times as well by Aiden. I mean, a lot of all-around contributions, one way or the other, from these teams from this roster, between the assists and the saves, to just really pave the way for that hot hand, or I guess the hot claws from Pigeon, whatever the case is, though. Nice job from them in this first round, and Tint needing to have one of those rebound rounds coming up.
Yeah, I mean, within the first round, from what we've seen, There Is No Team proving to be the rock to Team Paper. And yeah, heading into this second round here.
We already saw the fire, though, from Paper. That was rock, paper, scissors, fire. That's how you win.
Yeah, well, there you have it. Just pig fire every time. Anyway, There Is No Team. Yeah. Now looking to potentially respond in this second round. I mean, what you said, all team members have been contributing here. I mean, taking a look at the saves as well. I mean, they have 4 saves to their name. There Is No Team. So with that said, I mean, they've been doing very well in terms of defending that disc and attempting to potentially clear it out. But unfortunately, unable to convert that into any points. So we might be able to see something different here within this second round.
All right, so here we go. Shout out also Original VR and Farting Crab for joining the chat and the stream there. Glad to have you guys along. Hope your day has been well. Guy, sending over to Girl. And Girl will hurl, which is to say Dave. But no plays, no threes quite yet, as Heck gets it to the cloud to Pigeon, and Pigeon just missing. Guy getting it over to Avarice with a very nice block on himself, but then the third player coming through for the stun. They'll still get it back, however, and now a play, and a play it was. What a quick series of maneuvers from the side of Paper. That was pretty nuts, and it all happened so fast.
I mean, that block coming there from Avarice just bought enough time for his teammate Heck just to make his way up into the section of There Is No Team, and that's possession, and that slight time bought there by Avarice definitely did pay off in that situation, and a great play there coming from Avarice with those blocks there. And now taking the lead within this second round, There Is No Team really need to look into cutting off this momentum that Paper have created within the first round as now the great green pigeon, sending out through that left tunnel, getting intercepted there by Guy, and an awkward bounce making its way back into the hands. I believe it was an awkward bounce or it was a reset. Either way, it worked out for them. There is no team. Nathan now clearing it up towards the ceiling. It will be Girl with the disc in the end after the regrab stun helped them out in the end. It will be Green Pigeon now looking to clear it out through that left section, and a great back and forth action coming here from both teams here. However, it does seem that Paper have been doing well in terms of converting that into points as soon as they find that regrab and they find that clear. They have been doing very well in terms of just finding that open goal. And as we can see here off the backboard, so many dings coming here from Team Paper within this second minute here. And now Green Pigeon here looking to set themselves up yet again.
Yeah, a lot of shots coming in from Papers this round or this game so far. I mean, it's 18-8 on shots taken, so they're getting these rebounds. Credit though to Guy again, the defense. I mean, he is always very, very good at that aspect, just causing a lot of trouble, getting in the way of defenders and offensive players, that is, and brawling them out to cause these turnovers. That's something he'll definitely do a ton. But that said, getting almost a shot attempt, but just butting it out at the last possible second. So Tint may be back in position here with a grab from Nathan, and they will boost off to try and get this and maybe an open goal.
Yeah, I mean, I was mentioning that earlier. Off the backboard, Guy. What a great shot there coming from Guy. An insane shot off the backboard there. 3 points going over to There Is No Team, taking the lead here in this second round. And those points there might just be the turnaround that they needed.
Did you see the release on that as well? He kind of pointed it out. It seemed very, very unconventional. If my eyes weren't fooling me, I didn't get to catch the replay, but it looked like it was just kind of I don't want to not a straight arm necessarily, but he just kind of palmed it and just jutted his arm out, and it wasn't a throw so much as just kind of I don't know how to describe it. It was a gentle toss, less gentle from Aiden, however.
Yeah, Aiden was
17 meters a second. Yeah,
Aiden was
one
not happy
point
with that
lead.
play coming there from There Is No Team.
I assume so. I definitely not taking the backboard route, just going straight for that goal off that turn around, and nonetheless, Tint just a point behind, which putting in some work here, but back at him again. It's Pigeon just barely grazing the rim, and it's going to bounce back to the recovery, it looks like. Actually, never mind. Double KO.
Yeah. If there was going to be any moment of momentum created there from There Is No Team, it would have been then the intercept there coming from Avarice. What an intercept indeed. What a save. I believe that would have converted into a few points there. Brilliant interception. And now the follow-up coming here from Team Paper off the right shoulder. The Green Pigeon has members on the nest and the left shoulder. Great passing there coming from Team Paper. And a brilliant execution. 1, 2, 3. Fine by me. 2 points. Taking the lead by 3.
And on the other side, I mean, it was just that brief hesitation. You saw that offensive player. Can't recall who it was. Might have been maybe Dave, but it was just the brief turnaround to check where the stacks were, and that was basically the end of it. Had the shot gone out right away, probably would have been able to get it off, but that's the dangers of these teams. They're so dang fast that once the opportunity is there, I mean, it's lost in just a split second. As in a hot second, trying to get the passes off, and the behind the back fling from Guy this time, not able to fancy pants it in, but they will still get it right back and try for another go with a handoff fake from Dave/Girl, but instead being jutted out into the outer bubble and recovered by Nathan.
And they're not letting go of this pressure that they have here. They're now looking to quickly grab onto that disc. However, it will be Paper in the end, grabbing that disc and looking to send it through that mail slot. I believe they were going for that shot there. However, getting intercepted by the bow tie there. So the rebound will work in favor of them. However, now Paper with the disc. Good reset there from Green Pigeon over to Heck. Heck clearing it back out through the left. It will make its way into the hands of Aiden now. Aiden does have some pressure on him here. However, it will be Guy with the disc clearing out through the right. However, Heck now with the disc. 4 minutes 20 left on the clock. There is no team have found 3 points there. So if they can find any more points, it would do them very well. However, Paper doing very well in the bubble there, and so close to finding those few points there, but the brilliant defensive play there coming from There Is No Team, pressuring that offensive play. And however, it will be Paper in the end, not letting go of that pressure that they have, making their way under the nest. The Green Pigeon isn't that isn't that a consequence of just asserting so many players onto pressuring that disc, and Green Pigeon just like the bird itself, just making itself comfortable in that nest and just yeah, maneuvering around it.
Yeah, and Pigeon continuing to score up to 14 points thus far between these two rounds as Tint rolls out. So over to Nathan. Nathan looking for a cross, has a couple options. The defense recovering, trying to get in position, but didn't really have any momentum there as a snag from Dragon. Gets that over to the pass to Nathan. Nathan just missing that catch and slinging it out into the midfield. Will be Paper as they try and launch themselves back into the orange zone, and they recover mighty, mighty fast as will be Guy in the goal trying to stave him off. But the shot, it's good, and it's from that man, that bird, with a 10-3 advantage now for Paper.
Green Pigeon going up, down, left, right. No one knows where they're going to shoot, and it will be Green Pigeon finding those points in the end. And just wanted to point out, there is no team. I feel like they've set themselves up in so many situations in the side of Paper, and they've found themselves in so many opportunities here. Unfortunately, unable to execute as many points as you'd want to see here, but they definitely have been doing well in terms of setting themselves up on the side of Team Paper and looking to find those few points. However, unable to capitalize off that. However, Nathan now looking to do just that, sending it over towards the left. Did have a teammate there, and it will be Girl in the end finding a block and sending it back to Guy. Great possession there coming from team there. From team, there is no team, and yeah, getting saved. However, from Team Paper, but the rebounds, the struggle for the disc coming from both teams there, and now the final clear making its way through the midsection.
And if history's any indication, well, they're going to get there first for Paper. They do. However, taking an awkward bounce off the Geo, they'll still get it back. Pigeon again, going in, and in it is. Unstoppable in this round, it seems. Pigeon is definitely lighting that goal up just in a spectacular fashion. That's what, 16, 18 points now, actually, for that Green Pigeon. And that is triple the amount of the second highest scorer in this match. So ridiculous, popping off, and not missing very much.
Yep, and if you're just joining us now, Paper have taken away the first round, and now they have definitely taken a strong stance within this second with 1 minute 22 left on the clock here. Paper, it will be Aiden with the disc, does have a teammate off the right. It will be Avarice now, does have many players open in the goals here, actually. They're looking to find a few more points here. Now, there is no team. Have one player in the goals and did go for the slow approach on the goals there, looking to kind of bait out the goalkeeper there, and it did. I believe it didn't work, however, in the end, as there is no team doing very well to clear that disc right out and potentially look for a few points there. Went for the bounce shot off the backboard. A very close approach there coming from there is no team. However, Nathan recollecting that disc, the pass, the plays. What a brilliant pass there coming from Nathan over to Guy, and a brilliant execution.
Oh, that really was not enough time for a comeback here, unfortunately, but that was still fantastic play to get them back on the score sheet. Nathan missing that first bounce shot, which really is right in his wheelhouse. One of his specialties, in fact. Long before many people could even hit bounces in the infant years of Echo, Nathan was hitting those kind of shots all day from half court and beyond. But that said, a lovely pass, always a fantastic teammate for sure as well. But with that, the team here tonight, take it away, was indeed Paper, just feeling whatever it was, which is to say a bit of everything. I mean, they had the saves, they had the assists, certainly got the points, and they got their point across that they are here to again make a push up that ladder, continuing with some great success.
Yeah, and got some let's go, some GGs in the chat here coming from Original and Next Tech. Yeah, thanks a bunch for everyone stopping by, and what a game in general. I mean, Paper doing extremely well here in terms of just, especially the Green Pigeon. I feel like the maneuvers that Green Pigeon created in a lot of situations there definitely set themselves up for a bunch of those points that we've seen here. I mean, 18 points to that Green Pigeon's name. So if that doesn't prove anything, I don't know what does. And yeah, I mean, even coming from the rest of Team Paper here, I mean, Aiden's found 6 points as well as Avarice 2, and the assists across the board here, I mean, I believe a total of 11 coming towards Team Paper. Math checks out. And yeah, I mean, the saves as well across the board, 2 to Avarice, 3 to Heck. 1 to Aiden and 2 to the Green Pigeon. I mean, across the board, Paper have definitely done well. You definitely see how the regrabs have made their way and just made their way to help themselves out in terms of offensive and defensive situations. And just looking at those replays, looking at that replay as well, with Green Pigeon just forcefully slamming that disc inside the backboard onto the backboard there. It's an interesting approach that I've never seen to a goal before, just forcefully like slamming it into the backboard. So that's always interesting to see.
Yeah, and I'm just checking out over on Channel 1 as well. I was seeing how that match was going and if there was anything left for you guys, but it looks like that match ended just about the same time as us. So we'll be Echoholics over on Channel 1 taking that victory pretty solidly in 2 rounds. And meanwhile, also want to point out, I remember where I recognized that throw from Guy earlier on in that 3-point shot. Gonna be nothing to you, Pam, but if you happen to be listening to this guy, remember back in Poland, the way that you threw that chocolate, it looked just like that.
I wish I saw it now.
it looked just like that. Yeah. So I knew I saw that kind of throw from guys somewhere before. I just couldn't place it, but that's exactly where I know it from. And off of that obscure reference that absolutely no one except maybe 8 people will recognize. That's it.
Wait a minute. Listen. Wait a minute. Now we want to know, what type of chocolate bar was it? Why was he throwing it? What? So many questions.
Well, I have no answers. I'm sorry. There is no answers. There is no team. But in any case, there is no stream because I think we are done for the night. That is it for at least North American portions. Nothing else going on for the rest of it. So, yeah, for you guys who joined us across the 3 channels this evening, thank you for doing so, and especially for everyone who casted too. Yeah, with that, any final words there, Pam?
No, I mean, good night, GG's. Still in the morning here for me, but yeah, good night to Palidore and Nextech and everyone in the chat as well. Or whatever time it is for you, I'm not sure. I think it's getting close to around 10 p.m. or something like that, along the lines of that.
Yeah, pretty close. Yeah, I'm 9 for me, so I still got some night to burn, but. In any case, yeah, with that, guys, thank you very much. This has been Palidore. That's been PAMWOW. And over on the cameras, Wonder T Man, the man. And yeah, you guys at home, be healthy, happy. I think I said that backwards. Safe and good to each other. And we'll see you again pretty soon.
See you later, mates.
Season 3 of VRML Echo Arena is brought to you by HyperX, Rebuff Reality, Asterion Products, ProTube VR, VR Cover, Fixed Gaming, and VRware.net.